How's it going, people? Hope everybody is well wherever you are in the world. Not going to mess around with music. Going to let the audience build up and stuff first, and then the guest is going to come on. Sent the link. It's going to be again another fascinating one from the Middle East, live and exclusive. Again, another fascinating story. This guy is living the dream. That, to be honest, is beyond words. He really, really is. I mean, the life that this man has lived, and I've only had a little insight, but this guy has rubbed shoulders with Hollywood actors, the biggest rap stars, music stars in the game. I believe an American rapper by the name of Logo bought him a Ferrari. Just mixing very close with the money team. For those that don't know who the money team is Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, probably the best defensive fighter to have ever lived. Finished, I think he's 50-0 when he retired. He's actually coming out to fight a YouTuber by the name of, I think it's Jake Paul. So yeah, it's really, really fascinating stuff. And like I said, you will be absolutely intrigued. Going to let the audience build up and stuff. It is the middle of the day. The time difference, I think they're 4 or 5 hours ahead of us. But yeah, stay with us, guys. As the audience builds up, we'll do something. We'll be going live. Logan Paul, right? Yeah. Yeah, guys. Like I said, just going to wait for the audience to build up. The guest has also put it out there as well. Like I said, it's in the middle of the day here in the UK. It's literally 7 minutes past 1. But yeah, again, fascinating guy, fascinating life. This guy has lived a life that you could only imagine dreaming about. Really, really could. From the Midlands, like I said, living the dream. Absolutely lived the dream. But we'll let him jump in. Some of you may recognize him. And like I said, we will do what we do. I've got the blind up behind me, so the sun's coming through. So hopefully it doesn't knacker up the picture too much. Like I said, the last time we did this video, it got like, I think 7,500 views in a matter of days. So yeah, obviously we've published nearly 1,700 videos. When we first started the channel, it was about crime, prison advice, prison news. It then became so much more. And again, thank you to a subscriber by the name of Lachey, who told me about this StreamYard, the platform that we're currently on. It's opened the doors for the channel. It's opened the doors for people to come onto the channel and tell their story. We've had people that are wanted by the police. We've got international fugitives that are wanted on international arrest warrants. We've had people serving time at Her Majesty's pleasure or displeasure, depending on who you ask. We've had people that have been raped, sexually abused, homeless, addiction, suffered bereavements through their families, suicides, mental health, eating disorders, domestic abuse, former prisoners, people that have survived being homeless, people that have been through the worst things imaginable, people that have been through a lot of these things that we've just mentioned and are still here. We've gone to all corners of the world. We've gone to Canada with Morag. We've gone down to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Dan. We go over to Washington State, and then we're with Nicole. Like I said, we've been to Dubai. There's so many aspects and stuff. And do you know what the weird thing is? From this four corners of the screen that you can see to all four corners of the world, it really has gone above and beyond. The idea is, it just, the more subjects you cover, the more interesting and the more people will view in. I'm not stupid. My channel's not the best. I know this. I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber. I'm just trying to bring content that's hard hitting. And if we can help one person, then it's worthwhile. But I'm not going to lie, being a YouTuber, it's all about views. I'm starting to reach out to people now. I want to reach out to a certain particular guy in Australia. I want him on the channel as well. Nikki Mack, she's liked and she shared. Stephen Mack says it's the best channel on YouTube. All it is, real people, real lives coming to you guys. Like I said, channel sort of went a bit stale again recently. We've reinvented it again. We've got to keep reinventing it. You've got to keep people tuning in. The numbers are going back up again. Again with Nav the other night, that was a fantastic live. Really, really interesting live with Nav and Paul of Fighting Trolls. Cody, stop putting yourself down. Just a realist, brother, that's all. Just, it is what it is. But yeah, the channel isn't for, it's not my channel anymore. I just see it as we're all equal. Anyone can come on at any time and talk about their subjects. Today, obviously, it's going to be about this person's story. Hold on. We don't. The guest lined up is ready. You're just letting the numbers grow and stuff. But like I said, it is the middle of the day. People might be at work, whatever they're doing. But like I said, people catch it on catch up and stuff after, and I expect it to do views. How do you verify the guests? I spoke to this person on a level, so I know. But with the guests and stuff, it's just a case of I put the link up normally, and then people can come in. I'm really interested to get Nigel back on. I really want to cover Nigel again with a fascinating story from a grave digger to being a minder and a driver in the sex trade to then going back to burying bodies. So yeah. Got a discount on you using your discount code to get checked out. I've taken the surf wall down today. I need to delete a comment. You know. What's that? What's that? The guest should be with us in a couple of minutes, guys, so stay with us. Right, stay there. Just going to turn that heat on. He'll be with us in a second. Oh. Roasted, ready. No gin, just water with some lemon and some lime. Yeah, what we should have done. One time we'll go over to Ireland and we'll see PD and watch PD get absolutely blottoed. But it'll be about a 12-hour live and he'll still be standing. Right, the guest is here. Right, there we go. How you doing, brother? You all right?
Excellent, excellent. How are you?
Hold on 1 second. Stay there, Zahid. 1 second, brother.
No worries.
1 sec. I've got to just reset the audio.
I'm in my gown, mate. So
You there, brother? Yeah.
yeah, I'm just relaxing.
What time is it where you are?
5:15. I'll show you the view in a minute.
5 hours, man. So go on. What's the latest, brother? For those that don't know, you'll have to introduce yourself and let people know who you are.
My name's Zahid Khan. I'm originally from Birmingham, Moseley. I'm currently on the run from the law. If you guys don't know me, follow me on my Facebook, my Instagram. My Instagram, I keep it just nothing to do with my case. But guys, I'm on the run. It's been almost 3 years since I've been running away from the UK because we got corrupt police officers, rotten apples, which left me no choice but to run and fight for my justice whilst I'm in Dubai. I'm not hiding. They're saying I'm on the hideout. Cody, if somebody is on the hideout, it will not be on a live with you. I'll be on live on Facebook. So I tell them I'm in Dubai. I'm on a private island. Come get me. If you got any balls, come get me.
And that goes to DC Rod Piper and West Midlands Police.
DC Rod Piper and West Midlands Police. I got nothing against the West Midlands Police, Cody. You know, you have got some decent officers. But you know, there's always one rotten apple. And that one rotten apple will do anything to get his promotions. And in my circumstance, it was DC Rod Piper. You know, he come against me and he had a personal grudge against me. He investigated me for so long. He couldn't do nothing. So he decided to take my Ferrari and crush it. If you see in the papers, it gives different reasons. Some people say, oh, it should have not been on the road. DVLA legally insured the car, taxed the car. I had a valid MOT and had a valid insurance. There was no reason for them to destroy it, you know. So it was unnecessary and it was a lot of bullshit he fed through the system just to destroy my car. But what little did he know that, you know, a lot of the people are scared of the police, Cody, which we shouldn't be. We should be able to stand and speak for ourselves, which I did. I took that guy to the cleaners. I made a case against him for destroying my car. The judge gave him 30 days.
Hold on. You're frozen, Zahid. Hold on. You're frozen. Oh, shit. 1 sec. Let me reach out to him. 1 sec.
Are you there?
You there, brother? Yeah? You froze for a second then, brother.
Yeah, so what he done, because he realised I was suing him for the Ferrari, he justified the case against me for the fraud. And he fabricated, he overrid a prosecution decision, which is illegal to do. And I am here today, bro, but, you know, I stood strong. I've got faith in Allah. You know, whether they like you or whether they don't, you know, when Allah is with you, and I'm a strong believer, I do wrong, I do right. But when Allah is with you, trust me, nobody can defeat you. You know, at the end of the day, I had many obstacles come in my life. Many obstacles, people that, a lot of rats, a lot of snakes. You know, when you're on the run, Cody. When you're in jail, nobody comes visits you. I'm in Dubai, one of the wonders of the world, mate. Everybody would love to come to Dubai. I only get the fake people that want me to show them up and, you know, give them a nice time when they come to Dubai. But I don't see nobody. So I just keep myself to myself. I've been busy doing my appeal. Alhamdulillah, I've done my appeal. I've gone a long way into it. And it's looking really good. Trust me, this time next year, I'll be having my turkey at home. Trust me.
So, brother, for those that don't know about why you wanted and everything, why you're on the run, can you just explain a bit about that case, how long you were sentenced to in your absence and all that stuff?
I'm on the run, right? What happened? It was a fraud investigation for a number plate. I purchased a 2-digit number plate which was my initials. My initials are ZK. I bought a number plate which was 2K from a number plate dealer. I bought it. It was legitimate. Everything was above board. About 6 months, 7 months down after me owning that number plate, I got a knock on the door saying that the number plate belongs to somebody else. I wasn't aware of it, mate. It was on my name, my address. I didn't realize that that was the situation at the time. I got interviewed. I gave a full count interview to the officers that I bought it legitimately. Everything was transparent. The police officer couldn't take it because, I may have come across cocky to him. I may have come across somebody who was intelligent, and he just didn't like it. He went personal. So I done a bit of digging into this police officer, DC Rob Piper, and I found out he was the head of pedophiles. He used to investigate all the pedophile cases. He stepped down from that position, which was quite a concern to me at the time, Cody. So I questioned him. I go, why have you stepped down from a higher position and you come down low? He had no answers to give me. And since then, I protested and I called him a pedophile publicly. And I'll call him a pedophile even now. If he's going to be watching this, because he's obsessed with me. So if you're watching this, DC Rob Piper, peace out. Come join me. I'll offer you a cup of tea. And you can have this for you as well, mate.
Right on the, literally, that. Which hotel is that? It's not an hotel, this is the private island.
Nah, this is a private island. It's my own homemade prison, I call it, So when I say it's a private island, I'm not even messing about. You can never get close to the ocean as this. I'm literally, if I jump in the ocean. Yeah. Mate,
what temperature is it there? What temperature is it, Zahid?
It's winter now, believe it or not. But it's about 26 degrees. So it's winter for us. Go down there, Cody. You go down the side there, private beach. Everything private. Got sunset.
Yeah. Living your best life, brother. The only thing is, the sad thing is with your situation is that the kids and everything and family and all that stuff.
When there's my bed.
Yeah.
That's my view. So when I'm here talking to you, Cody, I'm actually lying on my bed, right? Yeah. You can't get a view like this anywhere in the world, but Maldives. But the thing is, I may be living a better life here or whatnot, but it's not the life I want to live, Cody. I wouldn't want this on my worst enemy. It's not something that I'm proud of. I know, if you ask me truly, because it's really, really hard to be away from family and kids. But I had to do it. I couldn't rely on nobody. I had to do it myself. And I went out there and I done it. It was a struggle for me. A lot of the solicitors, I'm going to get into this conversation about solicitors and what solicitor firm you should use, because a lot of the people really get fooled into believing that solicitors are there to help you and they'll rely on them. And that's the wrong concept to have, because if you do that, they will take you down, Cody. You've been through the system. You know how solicitors act. They act for their own pocket. They don't really act for helping you. They're going to act so they can get the maximum money from your case. And I've experienced that in my case, and I've experienced that whilst I've been approaching many legal teams. It's just a shamble, mate, at the moment. The legal costs have been coming down on legal aid. So they're struggling. So when a solicitor firm gets a case, when they get a small case like a driving matter or a little poxy assault, right, or drunken disorder or something, they don't care about them cases because there's not enough money involved in it. So what they will do, they'll get you a result. So you think my solicitor's done a fantastic job, but you were gonna win it anyway. They ain't got no interest to take a case like that to court because they don't make enough money. It costs them money going to court. They'd rather wait, like they got the fishing rod out, and they'd rather wait for a big case and snap a big case on, and they get a lot of money. In my circumstance, mine was a big case where my legal team made over £200,000 from my case alone, just from me. And there was 8-9 defendants, so you can imagine it was over £1 million of earnings for them, right? So what my point here is, where they could have done a job at the police station and got me acquitted, they decided to drag you on. And when it goes to a certain point, it's like, I'm a pilot, mate. I know when I'm flying a plane, right? When you go past the V1 point, there's no return. You have to take off. Yeah. Your plane, if your engine has failed, after you view one point, you must take off and then do a U-turn, come back around if there's a fault to the plane. But at that point, you cannot abandon your takeoff. You have to take off. Same applies with the court case. No, when you got a legal argument, there's times and places where the legal argument should be addressed before the judge. So when solicitors drag you on to the last minute, the judge is not stupid. The judges know that this should have been done at a police station, or this could have been done at a pre-trial hearing. Why have you dragged it on so long? So what the judges do puts a blind eye to it, because the judge knows they're dragged it on to get the paycheck. So then the judge says, I'm going to let the jury decide. And that's a dangerous territory to be in, when the jury are going to decide, Cody. Because look, let's be real. You go in front of the jury. I don't know your background, so I'm just going to assume you're a Muslim, a white Muslim with a beard, right? That's a revert. The jury members ain't going to like that.
Yeah.
They may like it, they may not like it, but it's going to be a few. So even if you got evidence to support you, Cody, a lot of the jury might say, hang on a minute, we don't like this guy's look because he's so-and-so, he's a Muslim, or he's not a Muslim. You never know. There can be racist jurors in there. They might not like the way you're dressed. Because don't forget, a lot of the people who go to court with a suit and tie on. I didn't go with no suit and tie, because you know what? I told the judge, everybody with a suit and tie are thieves. And he was wearing one himself. He goes, I wouldn't say everybody, but I would agree that most are. Even the judge agreed with me. But the point is, the solicitors are rats. They will take your money and they will fuck you up your arsehole. That's the honest truth. It's happened to me, Dave. I don't know why I keep calling you Dave, but Cody, right? So, you know, I've got a friend that's named Dave, so that's why, you know, I keep calling you. But the thing is, Dave again. Why am I keep calling you Dave?
Bro, it's not right, come on.
Yeah. So basically, you know what it is, Cody? It's just, I've had solicitors, right, that I know that are based in Birmingham.
Are you willing to name them? Are you willing to name them or no?
I don't want to name them because they're going to start crying. I had a little dispute last week on them, and they literally was begging me not to name them. So, you know, I removed that post after that. Had we done this live last week, I would have chucked them in the deep end today. But, you know, I have got a bit of principles and morals. I'm not going to name them. But you know what it is? A lot of the solicitors firms in Birmingham and a lot of the UK, I've got trainees working for them. Right? They don't know what the backside looks like. They've done a little online course and they go join up with the solicitor's firm. It benefits the firm of the solicitors because why? They pay less out. So they benefit. They send them to the police station because if they're getting whatever they're getting, £200 per visit per police station, they'll give their trainee guy £60, £70 per visit. So they pocket the rest and they're doing nothing. But the crucial part is at the police station, Cody, when your solicitor turns up at the police station, that's the most important part. If a bum turns up, mate, and he doesn't know what he's doing, you're getting bloody bummed up your ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to use this language, but that's exactly what's going to happen. Right? So I've decided, you know, I'm going to conduct my case alone. I didn't know this knowledge, what I know now, 3 years ago when I was running my case. I wish I did, because I would have kicked their ass in. I didn't know this. I relied on my solicitor and I was thrown in the deep end. But since I've come, I've studied away. I've maintained my stance and I've educated myself by reading books and studying law. And I realized that you can fight your case better than a solicitor because you know the case best. Your solicitor doesn't know your case. It's like a doctor, Cody. When you go to your doctor, he doesn't know what's wrong with you until you tell him what's wrong with you. True. You know, if you go to your doctor and say, you got a heart pain, but you tell him you got a headache, he'll give you tablets for a headache. He will never know you got a heart pain. Same with your solicitor. They will not know what's involved in your case until you set out. And a lot of the people get this wrong. They don't do this. They'll give the case to the solicitor, and all they care about is getting bail. And the solicitors take the case to trial, drag you on, and maximize their paycheck, which is wrong. So I've been helping a lot of the people, Cody, now. With a lot of the people, I know how to look at disclosure. I know how to basically look at key evidence. I know how to get on expert evidence, that experts that will look into like cell sites and phone evidence for us and basically present the case the way a police officer will present his case. We need to present our case the same as them, like we're police officers, but we're fighting against the police. So what we got to do is present our case, our folder as well as possible you can, and give it to your solicitor and say, listen, right, point A, point B, point C, point D, point E. These are my points you got to look at. When you give your case presented like that to your solicitor, trust me, he'll know you know your case, and he will take you seriously. But if you blindly trust your solicitor, whoever it is, whether it's a he or a she, and you don't know nothing, they will do the case how it suits them. So a 2 week case, they'll take into an 8 week case, and they'll maximize legal aid. They'll write letters, bullshit letters, because every letter they get paid for. So, it's the justice system is not how we used to have it 10 years ago, Cody. They used to be okay. They used to be getting paid good. Then now they're not getting paid. So what they're doing, they're using the defendants as sheeps, and they're slaughtering them. But very rarely will they come across a defendant who knows his case as well as I do. I've worked with QCs and barristers now. So, guys, if anybody's got any cases and they want me to work on the case for them, feel free to look at my Facebook and see how much knowledge I've got into studying my case, and how I can take your case and break into pieces and give you the victory you need. Guys, you'll see my case soon. It's going to be all over the national media soon, that what I've done. I've kept it quiet, but it's looking really positive. I've got the best QC and the legal team on board. I don't want to name who it is now, in case they get poisoned, and anything can happen. I can't trust the justice system at the moment. But you gotta believe in yourself and conduct your case yourself, guys. Look at how I've done it. 2.5, 3 years I've been on the run. I've not given up. Whilst I've been on the run, I've been flying planes, I've been rolling with celebrities, I've been hanging about with the best people. You know what? You gotta pick up yourself. You are who you are and who you hang about with, Cody. If I'm hanging about with 5 idiots, I'm gonna be the 6th idiot. If I'm hanging about with 5 businessmen, I'm going to be the 6th businessman, or I'll pick up something from them, right? My associates and my friends have now changed. I've disconnected from a lot of people. I keep only 4 or 5 people close to me. And
taking that from your Facebook, brother.
Yeah, that's from my Facebook. That was a little while ago. But guys, Floyd is a good friend of mine.
With a friend's Tiger there, I think, or your friend's Tiger.
Baby Tiger, yeah. I recently, I was with the lion, white lion. I love my exotic animals. Something different. Like, Cody, they expected me to be found in a hole like Saddam Hussein was found in a hole, looking all scruffy and rough and ripped clothes and everything. Any situation you're in, you get ups and downs. God don't put you through nothing what you can't handle. And God has given me the strength to fight these enemies of mine with full force, mate. I ain't backing up from them. Worst case scenario, if I don't win it, I'll come back and do my time. I'm not going to stay on the run all my life. I'll face the music eventually, but at least I won't say that I didn't give it the best shot I could.
So Maisie says here, under the treaty terms, because he was tried in his absence, the UK have to offer a retrial if they want to see an extradition. Is that true?
They tried to bring me back, Cody.
Yeah.
I spent 3 months in jail in Dubai. I mentioned this previously. They tried to extradite me back, but I had the right to refuse it if I want to go back or not. And I refused to go back. Because I refused to go back, I had to stay in the system within 3 months. After 3 months, I was released. So I'm a free man at the moment. Now, they cannot bring me back without my consent. I've got the right to appeal from where I am, which I've done so. I've also done a civil case against a police officer for destroying my car. And I've also done an IOPC complaint against DC Piper, which they're struggling to reply back. They should have replied back a couple of weeks ago for the civil claim. And they decided to use the maximum time, which is 12 weeks. That 12 weeks expires on 15th of December. So they clearly ain't got an answer to give why they unlawfully destroyed the car and who was responsible. It's clear cut, Cody. This is your channel. Anything that goes and happens on this channel, it goes through you. Would you agree?
100%.
If, say, for example, you as a police officer in my case, anything that goes through and happens to me or my assets would have to go through you because you're the police officer. It can't go through nobody else. It goes through you, then you pass it and allocate it to other members of your officers, whoever it is, XYZ. But ultimately it goes through you. So same thing happens with my car. the police officer in DC, Rob Piper, is saying that he's got no knowledge of my car being destroyed. But hang on a minute, he's the police officer who put my car on a court order. That car was removed from the court order, and that car to be removed from the court order would have had to be done with the permission from the police officer in charge of the case, which was DC Rob Piper. So
Zahid, are you covering the mic? Your volume, yeah, that's better. You went a little bit quiet then where you had your hand and stuff. It's a nightmare. I've got it set up on a tripod.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, 100, very clear, brother, 1000%.
Look, Cody, with DC Rob Piper being the police officer in my case,
yeah,
he put my car, the Ferrari, on a court order, and then the car was removed from the court order in breach without calling me to court, without me being there, in absence, right? So that car would have only been removed with the permission from DC Rob Piper. There's no other way the Crown prosecution would have acted without instruction from the police officer, because the prosecution only act whichever instructions are given by the police officer. They don't just decide to do what they want to do because they feel like doing is appropriate. They have to take instructions of the officer in the case, which was Piper. So he's told them to go remove the car from the court order. He emailed the police saying to the police officers, don't inform Mr. Khan about this court hearing, do it in his absence. Why would he do that for if he's got nothing to hide?
And everything seems to come back from when we spoke previous. Everything seems to come back to us, DC Rob Piper. And like you said, why was he taken down from the head of sexual investigations and the paedophile units investigating paedophile, sex offenders and rapists? Why has he lost that post? We'll never find out the truth, because the police and the system are very corrupt and they're very good at wiping their own ass. So we'll never find out why he had to step down. But this vendetta with you, is there any racial element to it, Zahid?
I personally believe there is, because, I wasn't easy with this police officer in the interview, I must admit. I kept calling him a paedophile in the interview. I did a citizen arrest on this officer. Nobody in history has ever done that.
Is this whilst you was on your police interview?
Yeah. So he crushed my Ferrari, and then he had the cheek and the nerve to call me into interview and interview me about my Ferrari after he crushed it, asking me where I repaired and where I purchased the car from. I lost my marbles, Cody. I told him, why on earth would you want to interview me after you crushed my car? Why didn't you sell the car and give the money to charity? Why was there a need to crush it? There was no need to crush a Ferrari. We all know just the engine of the Ferrari is worth £20,000. The seats alone are worth £10,000. The alloys are £5,000. So if you just add up the parts, it goes to over £200,000, Cody. It's wasting public taxpayers' money destroying a car like that. I understand if it was a Honda Civic or a BMW or something, even that would be outrageous to crush, right? But he goes to crush a Ferrari, which is a high valuable asset. There's no justification doing that.
It's also a car that he could never afford, and there might be an element of jealousy to it. But then once he's crushed your car, then he's interviewing you and he's asking you about your car. It's like you just crushed it and now you're asking me about it. It's like he's trying to get an emotional response from you.
Cody, he's looking at me eye to eye like that in the interview.
Yeah,
eye to eye, right?
Yeah.
So I says to him, mate, I find this intimidating. His reply is that I've been doing this for 25 years. So I go, you've been intimidating people for 25 years. That's how I look at it. Cody, imagine I'm looking at you, right? I've been brought up to say that if you look at somebody eye to eye, that is a form of disrespect in a way. Some people will say it's not, but I've been brought up to say it is. If I'm going to show you love and respect, Cody, I've been brought up to look down when I'm talking to you, out of humbleness, out of respect. But if I'm giving you evil, then the officer clearly told me in an interview that he's been given eye-to-eye contact to all his defendants and clients he's been interviewing for the past 25 years. I told him that's wrong, that's intimidation. But he was very racially motivated with me. He knew my religious beliefs were strong. He knew I was a believer. I come across harsh against him. I cross-examined him in my interviews and he never liked it. He went and crushed my car. The reasons why they gave, saying I had a firearm on me. But if I had a firearm on me, then surely firearm officers should have arrested me. They were just Mickey Mouse officers. If you look at my interview on Facebook, I called them. I go, look, you guys are just innocent monkeys jumping off from branch to branch. They're just being told what to do, Cody. and the instructions were coming from DC Piper, telling them to take his car at any cost. But anyway, they tried to mentally break me. I ain't gonna let them mentally break me, Cody. As you can see, you know what? That's me. That's my view. Lying on my bed.
No.
So I believe DC Piper was a blessing to me, because I've learned a lot of situations that I've been through. I've learned who's real with me, which friends I can trust. I've learned to maintain and present myself in a better way. I've become a better person, Cody. I've learned to help a lot of people. I've been helping a lot of people in their cases now. If anyone is stuck with their case, feel free to come to me and I will tell you what legal team to go with. Please don't fall for a legal team that's your friend. He's your friend on the outside of the box. But when it comes to solicitors, he's not your friend, mate. He's thinking about his pocket. I've got cousins that have become solicitors, and I'm sorry to say, they're on the sex register, who I don't talk to now. They're on the sex register, would you believe? And they're working for solicitors firms. Mate, it's a disgrace. Yes, he might be watching this. I couldn't care less. I told it to his firm. I rang his firm up. I don't want to mention the firm because the people who own the firm, I'm good friends with them and they're nice people. But nothing gets hidden for long. He criticizes me, but he wasn't criticizing me when he was rolling around in my Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Rolls Royces as my passenger. He was sucking my private parts then, right? But now that he thinks he's working with the solicitor's firm, but mate, he got convicted for having sexual indecent images in his phone, and he was on the sex register for 10 years. So I don't understand how this firm can even keep him as a solicitor, and then this solicitor will come and represent you. He's a number one. He's number one in committing insurance scams. I don't want to mention the name, but everybody who knows me and who knows him would know who I'm on about, right? SRA need to be reported, and he needs to be reported to the SRA.
Who are the SRA? Solicit. What's it stand for? SRA.
Solicitor Review Agency. They basically review the solicitors.
Right. So like a watchdog for the solicitors.
It's like a watchdog. If anyone's got a complaint with the solicitor, report them to the SRA, and the solicitor's tails will be up the arse. Trust me. I've had a recent post where a solicitor was criticizing me on Facebook, which is very unprofessional for a solicitor to be doing that. So I made a video in response. He reported me and blocked me on Facebook. Then he apologized to me publicly, and I took the apology, and I removed his post. Someone is asking,
when it comes to the legal thing and all that, it's such a they call it the criminal justice system. I personally call it the criminal abuse system because
100% agree with you, Cody. It is an abuse system.
It's an hard life, isn't it, brother? It's an hard life. Hold on, your signal's dropping out a bit.
Mate, look at that. Priceless, mate.
Honestly, brother. Honestly. Look at that, bro.
Cody, I tell you what you need to do. Cody, I'll invite you to come to Dubai. You can live with me by all means. And we'll do a live stream every day. We'll wind up the fucking DC Rob Piper. I'll invite you, and there's nothing wrong. There's no crime of you actually coming to visit me, because there's no law suggesting you can't.
No,
the price
somebody's
saying, what's the price of living in Dubai? Well,
compared to the UK.
Compared to UK, it depends how you want to live. If you want to go into Dubai Mall every day and buy a Louis Vuitton handbag every day, then it'll be expensive. But if you want to live like me, the ocean's free, guys. The sun's free, and the beach is free. You know what? You can't complain. So if you want to live like this, then depending how you want to live and who you want to live with, and how it all down to you guys. Another thing, what a lot of people these days, Cody, will go into a mall to go buy a Louis Vuitton handbag or a Gucci handbag, right? I done it. I've got a Balmain robe on now. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna shy to say I never done it, but you know what it is? I was an idiot doing that, because it doesn't get you nowhere. Buying a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci handbag, Cody, right? You're buying it really and truly to impress other people, to impress people that will never be there for you, to impress people that will never pay your bills, to impress people that will never come and see your children if you're not about. So why would you want to buy a Gucci handbag for £1,000 to impress other people? I'll happily go and buy a fake Gucci handbag now for £20. That looks as good as a £1,000 one. If you used to put both of them together, you'll never know the difference. And I will look just as good as a guy who's got a £1,000 handbag next to me. But who's the idiot? Me or that person? He's got a £1,000 handbag, and I've got the same handbag, looks exactly the same for £20. So he's the idiot spending £1,000, and I'm the clever, wise man spent £20. But the reason why I'm saying this, Cody, because once you buy it, it's worth nothing. Once you've used it, 6 months down the line, it'll be torn up. It'll be worth penny. It's not going to be worth nothing. But I'll give you an example, Cody, right? You go and invest in something like this, right? This is white gold, VVS diamonds. That's my kids' initials.
How much would that go for in a retail setting, approximately?
Just to make it clear that this don't belong to me. In case DC Piper is getting a hard on, thinking, oh, he's got hidden assets. This don't belong to me. This belongs to my family and my kids. This is worth over £10,000, but this is not mine. This is my family's. But I've got it with me because I happen to have it with me. But this does not belong to me. But if you invest in gold, if you invest in diamonds, they're an asset. You can go and trade this into a shop any day, right? So, buying a Gucci handbag ain't going to get you nowhere, mate. It's going to get you the fake likes and the fake pats on the back like a dog, right? From people in the public, they're going to say, yo, Cody's sick. Cody's got a Louis Vuitton handbag. Yo, Cody, bad boy. I don't want to be called a bad boy. I don't want to be known like, oh, I've got Gucci and Louis and Mucci and whatever you call it, mate. I'm sick and tired of this fake bullshit life, Cody, to impress other people that are never there for you.
Daily Shave, I say, if you do Bitcoin by any chance.
Nah, mate, I don't do no Bitcoins. I don't. You know what? Guys, you know what? I'm rich from the heart. I ain't rich the way media make me out to be. I know how to portray myself. I know how to present myself. I can have £10 in my pocket and I can roll with celebrities who are billionaires like Floyd Mayweather, and he shows me the most up respect. Because you know why? You can't buy respect. You have to earn respect. And this is what guys need to understand, that you need to earn your respect. Money don't. I know people in Birmingham are multi-millionaires. They got no friends. They're multi-billionaires, and guess what? They get treated like shit. Nobody likes them. Money don't buy you respect, Cody. You gotta earn it.
Yeah, man. So because obviously when you was, because you had a legitimate business and all that, didn't you? Self-made and all that stuff.
Guys, I started. I had an accident years and years ago, going back in December, where I lost a dear cousin of mine in the accident. Yeah. And I still remember it like yesterday. And it happened in December. It's 18 years gone by now. But I got my scar from there, and I had a fractured skull, and I was in a coma. I went into memory loss. They said I will never be normal. I got paid out compensation money, £12,000 or something it was then, for my accident. I invested that in a business, and that was my rolling point. And from there, my father's blessed, and my motivation is my father. I am where I am because of my father, and I cannot knock that. My father guided me to the straight path. He guided me as a good Muslim, and he guided me to basically invest in business. I've never worked a day in my life for
Hold on.
anybody.
You froze, brother. Go on. You froze a second, but go on. Carry on.
I've never worked a day in my life for anybody, and I will not be shy to work for somebody. If somebody offered me a job cleaning toilets, Cody, I'll go happily do it. I ain't got arrogance. I ain't got pride in me. I'm just a grafter. I'm a frontline soldier. I'll go and I'll actually take what it takes to do something myself. I will not rely on nobody, So I come a long way. I've opened businesses. I lost money. I made money. I lost money. I kept doing it. It's not about when you get knocked down, Cody. It's about when you get knocked down, how many times can you get back up? That's what matters. It's about getting back up. No one's going to come give you a hand. You might lift me once, 2 times, 3 times, but it's going to come a point, Cody, that you're going to have to learn how to survive in the jungle on your own. And I've done this, mate. It took me 3 years to master this. and I'm blessed. And I'll say I want to thank DC Piper in a way, because if it wasn't for him, I would not become a man now. I've actually come a long way, Cody, right? And because of DC Piper's dealings with me and what he's put me through, it's made me a different man. I help a lot of people. I give charity to people. I rather sleep hungry, and I'll make sure somebody else is not hungry and then they're happy. That's the character I am. But Cody, excuse me, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll jump back on your live. Give me 5 minutes. It's my pray time. I'm gonna pray.
No
I
worries,
don't
brother.
miss my
You
pray.
go read namaz, brother. No problem.
And my prayers are the ones who's getting me to succeed. And you know what? You gotta believe in this, Cody. You know, for all my Muslim brothers and sisters, and even my non-Muslim brothers and sisters, whoever you are, I treat you equally. Whether you're black, white, Muslim, non-Muslim, whoever you are, mate, you're my brother in my heart. You know what? I've got love and respect for anybody. Anybody wants to reach out for me, feel free. I'll treat you, I'll welcome you to my home in Dubai, and I'll treat you like family. But guys, for now, let me go and pray, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Are you jumping back on, Zahid? Definitely. I'll send you another link.
Yeah, I'll jump back on.
What I'm going to do, I'll finish this live then, and we'll just do a part 2 if that's all right.
Yeah, sound, mate. See you
right,
later.
brother. Right. Thank you so much for your time.
No worries, brother.
Again, we'll catch you after you've read namaz.
Bye-bye.
Right, guys. There's Zahid. His prayer time. He's going. I don't know if he's going to the mosque or he's going to read at home. It's his time to read namaz. His prayers. So on that note, I'm going to finish this live. I'm going to set up another one, but I'm not going to start it. I'm going to wait for Zahid to jump back on. But again, fascinating guy. Before we go, guys, I'll tell you what I'll do. Before we go, I will show you a video. I'll show you a video. So this is Zahid.
Ты моя царица, сок твой марихуана меня зачаровала. Дикая львица, ты моя царица, нужен алкоголь, нужен выпить за любовь. Снова ругать кандалы, на руки мои ты надела кандалы. Где пропадаю, ты ночью гадала, а я с друзьями сгораю до талого гала подходит.
Rian, your dad is here. He said you're grounded. No, I'm kidding. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rian. At 4. Happy birthday to you.
I'm with my boy Akon.
What's going on, big time?
Bro, the man smashed it last night.
No doubt.
You know, the man's a legend. Showed love to everybody.
Appreciate you, brother.
Enough love, bro.
We want no problem. Okay, good. You motherfuckers see us? You see me and the homie right here?
Me and my
Shit
homie.
is official. Everything is real. Live and direct. Motherfucking movies just being made. We in Dubai. We getting to the money. We turning up. We enjoying life.
What's up, Elena? Happy birthday. Happy 5th birthday. My daughter's name is Alana. I want to wish you many more. I hope you enjoy. It's P. Rilla from the Money Team. Hope to see you. Matter of fact, I'm going to get you a gift, so your dad going to give you a gift from me.
Happy special birthday to my main man, Aline. Enjoy, 2 years old. Enjoy, my good friend. From the Money Team all day. TMT, Money Team all day.
As you can see, guys, as you can see, Zahid is definitely living his best life. He's very, very tight with Floyd Mayweather and the Money Team. Like I said, he mixed in with them on a high level. Cuba Gooding Jr., Busta Rhymes, a rapper called Logo, bought him a Ferrari as well. You know what the thing is with Zahid as well? He's been on the channel several times now, and you see him in I think he's in a Lambo. Again, it wasn't his car, but he was in a Lambo in Dubai. He came on from the Burj Khalifa. hotel. He had a chauffeur-driven Lincoln Navigator. We spoke outside the hotel. He then went into the car and he went downtown for a McDonald's. At that point, we cut it off. Obviously, he's given me his time again today, which I'm very blessed and very grateful for. And like I said, he's such a humble guy, though. This guy, he's had it, he's lost it, and he's had it again. And like I said, when he flies back to the UK, he's fighting his case from abroad. And like I said, this DC Rod Piper has definitely got a problem with Zahid. But like I said, it's Zahid. I've got full belief in Zahid and what he's doing. He's cleaning himself up all the time. Very articulate, very intelligent, very humble as well, which I absolutely love. Goes a long way. On that note, guys, I'm going to leave it there, and we will do it again later on if Zahid's free. I'll send him another link, and we'll do it again. On that note, guys, like, comment, and subscribe.